I don't have anything written down. I'm just ad-libbing my defense here. There are a bunch of things that you can do to buff up your stats. I'm a stat monger. If I can get 5% defense anywhere, I spend on it. As far as like gems or whatever the cost, I'll focus on it. Bloods of Heirs, I'm soaking up all that stuff. But 99% of my defense is simply a large T1 layer, and you all know this already. I don't know. I think I have 197 million. Whoops, what did I do here? Like I said, I'm ad-libbing here. Where are my March troop details? All right, so I'm trying some things out with my traps. You see how low the numbers are? And I'm buffing the batties or whatever it's called because they focus on... See, I'm already off topic. This has nothing to do with the 99%. These kill mounted troops, and they don't kill a lot of them. So if you spread your traps around, you're not going to kill anything. You're just going to weaken with your traps, which is okay. But the abatis focus on mounted troops. And what I'm trying to do here is, a lot of people don't know your archer tower. This makes sense when I tell you. It's an archer tower. So guess what troop types they focus on? Your archer tower will focus on mounted troops first. I don't even think it'll focus on ground troops. From what I've heard on the internet, you can like solo people in Bog with ground troops because they will get past the archer tower and take out their traps for when you want to actually take them out later. You can actually send a big march in and yada yada. So anyways, I'm not focused very well. Archer tower takes out mounted troops, and then I combine with the abatis or whatever the heck that's pronounced as to take out layers. I just want to knock out layers. And my thinking on that is when you reinforce somebody, you really spread out their attack over a lot of different layers. That's why it's so huge when you guys reinforce me on a rally. It just stops them in their tracks. I'm just trying to take out some of their layers with my archer wall and my archer tower and my traps. So that's what I'm doing here. I have 11 million catapults. I was told that the range on siege between T1 and T5 are so insignificant, they're easy for them to kill. Meaning if you get siege bombed, somebody sends a high-level siege at you, they're going to take out your top siege from, say, T11 to T14, 15. They're going to wipe those out, and then they go right down to your T1 through 5 before they hit your middle siege. And your siege won't even fight back because the range is so short. So I don't do a lot of T1 siege or anything else, actually. All my reports with slingers and warriors, they will help kill or they get destroyed. So I just wanted to get rid of the get destroyed, and I try to keep my power down as low as possible because I want people to hit me. Mounted troops, you see 197 million. I'm playing around with this T2 layer. I don't think it's big enough. It's 35 million T2 horses. They get the shit kicked out of them. I'm healing them all the time. It's nothing for 20 million of them to get wiped out in a report I do really well on, but I'm clearly giving them easier kills. That's great. I'm clearly giving them easier kills. So I'm tempted to bump that up to like 50, 60 million and see if I can do some damage. But I don't know. You don't have to copy that. Just get that T1 layer. If you want to see my troops, I really keep them thin. I've cut down on my cav too, so that's why I can't help you guys kill too many monsters. I cut that down and just rebuilt them recently. I'd like to get rid of a lot of those calves. I don't have a lot of T13 siege because they're so easy for them to kill when they siege bomb me. I do start bumping up my siege significantly, at least 1 million everywhere else. And my shooters do a lot of killing. So let's think about the wall. My wall general, I told you I'm going to be skipping all over the place here. My wall general is really insignificant, but if I'm going to take buffs on my wall general, I want to attack, siege, and range attack. It's nice to get some ground HP and defense, and I'll take mounted troop HP and defense, but those are percentages. Those don't, none of that stuff helps my T1 layer. What my T1 layer, and you guys know this too, but you don't always do it. It's all in your gear. Forget Richard the Lionheart. Forget that he's 5 stars. It's nice, but it's like the final few percent of my battles. Where I get my meat is the refines on mounted troop HP. They're flats. There's a reason for that. Hopefully you already know why. I can show you in a little bit. Mounted troop HP, these refines. And these refines aren't great. I just had to redo them all because if you're doing the refining on the Civ gear, you got to get all gold refines, and then I had to start over. So I basically gave those all up so that I could do advanced refining. And let's just take a look. See, look, I mean, there's 2 orange and a white on there, right? So my refines aren't great, and these weren't even this good in the last BOG. So down here, I got some siege attack on this one, just probably because I got sick of spinning and wasting my gold. Mounted troop attack, that's cool. I'm glad I got mounted troop attack. My weapon, a lot of machine attack, because again, my machine is doing a lot of killing and protecting, because they will attack their ground and mounted in range before they even engage in a battle. So your siege get you free kills. I could show you some reports. Man, this is going to be a long video. I might just have to post it on YouTube. Here you got mounted troop defense. Again, they aren't good. I mean, 2 purples in there. I mean, I'm happy to have them, but I have no gems left after doing all my Civ gear. This here, mounted troop defense, they're okay. What are they? I mean, it is what it is. I could definitely spend 3 million gems just on refining. The dragon is pretty sexy. What do I got for refines? Can I see it from here? Oh, I can. So they don't let you refine the heck out of this thing. So it adds up, though. All mounted troop again. HP and a little bit of attack. And to be honest, I'd almost rather take HP. Let me show you why. You think you'd want attack, but I have so much math in my layers that I'm going to kill the incoming march. That's not the problem. I'm trying to beef up my mounted troops and my ground troops. Those are the first thing to gauge in battle. That's why they have such big HP and defense. All right, I'm just going to speed this up just in case it blocks me from seeing what I'm doing here. So here's my big T13. I only have 300 of them, 347 of them, 1,000 of them, because they're pretty easy to kill if somebody wants to come in with mounted. But they really hold back their layers while my siege and range just kick the shit out of them. And again, my mounted troop T1 ranges, or T1 mounted troop layer gets in there and finishes them off. So that's the goal, is just to stop them, kill them with everything else. But I'm going up to the exclamation point, and what you're going to see is, look at the HP. 57,000. The attack is only 8,000. But all of that is HP is health points. I've seen the math that people are trying to figure out. They basically take HP and defense and add them together, and then they take the incoming attack and they do an algorithm of, attack divided by the opponent's attack plus defense and HP, and they come up with the math. What you need to know is they have to hit me many times to chew away that 80,000 HP in defense. So this is a T13 ground. So that's kind of like your protection. They usually don't kill anything except ground because they fight first, but they slow everything down so that other things can kill it. So that's my T1 layer I'm building up. But let's just go to the T2. This is our T1s. Now let's look at mounted. So this is a pretty weak unit by itself, right? Only 1,000 attack, but now you multiply that by 197,000. We got some business going on. Okay, so let's take a look at that attack. It's 1,000, right? Let's go back there. Let's say that I had a spin on my wall general and I got a gold 25 out of 25% mounted troop attack. Why wouldn't you keep that? That's top notch. Well, 25% of 1,000 is about 2,500 points, or 250 points, right? So I just took it up to 250 points. Let's take a look what my level 5s are at. 2,800. So I just got a 25% spin, and my 1,000 attack is now 1,250. Not even equal to a level 5 mounted troop. But if we come back to your mounted troops, you look at 1,000 attack. Let's say I have 5 attacks, flat refines at 1,000 points each. Now I got a 6,000 attack unit, which I don't have that because I haven't focused on it. I focus on HP, as you can see. But we're looking for 6,000 attack. Let's get up to a T8. I was told they get you up to about a T8. What did I say? 6,000. There you go. So now, with those flat refines, just attack alone, I have 197,000 T8 mounted troops that you guys have to try to break through when you come into my keep. Plus, I got range and siege shooting at you from a distance. So, hopefully that makes a little more sense. Same thing with the HP, obviously, right? So if we go back to the T1, the HP is 2,000. Now I could sit here and bore you even more. I could go through my refines, but let's just say I have 8,000 HP, probably 10,000 HP because of the dragon, whatever else I'm forgetting. So maybe it's 10,000 HP, easily 8. So we'll average it all. 11. That's going to bring me up to 11,000 HP. And where does that take us? I mean, that's probably higher than a T8. I don't know. I haven't looked. No, it's about there. I mean, 11, 12,000. So HP-wise, I'm going to say T8. I have 97,000, 100,000 T8 mounted troops that you got to chew away at that HP before you can even get to my range and siege. With the exception of siege bombs. Siege bombs will shoot over the mounted troop and the ground troop to take out each other. Siege will fight siege first if they can reach. But you guys get the idea. It's all in the flat refine. So 90% of my defense is in there. I guess I'll stop here. I could get into a little more. Well, no, I'm not going to stop. I got something easy I can show you. Subordinate city, I got mostly 1 stars on my wall, on my subs, coupled with none. I did buy Empress Dow, bought the crap out of her in the tavern. She gives you a ground troop attack debuff, which is really hard to get when you get to the 4th and 5th star, but it does do a lot of softening of their ground and mounted. So that's something I focus a lot on. When I'm focusing on stuff, I don't care about siege attack debuff. I get a ton of it everywhere. You're not even supposed to consider it when you're doing your calculations. If you have a piece of gear that gives you siege attack debuff, just ignore it completely because you're going to debuff it. At least maybe not at the end game if they're getting up to 4,000 to 6,000 attack or something stupid like that. But for what we're doing, ignore it. So where I'm going with this is I do really like to debuff ground and mounted troop HP and defense because that's what you're trying to get through when you're trying to attack or you're trying to protect. It's all about the HP and defense of the ground and mounted troops. So that's the sub. This is really what I wanted to get to. You guys here Okay, look, you're going to be like, oh, wow, this guy's rich. Look at him doing his duty officers. Well, let's look at my military. Here are my best attackers. Elsie, I just finally took her up to 1 star. And however you pronounce the Polygenius guy's name, he was never starred until this weekend. My best general is very neglected. Only 2 stars is Simeon. And, I go crazy on him. And I have enough frags to take him all the way. I can take him all the way to 5 star. But I focus on duty because I'm a trap. It's what I am. That's what I do. So when you start getting these stars, you're just adding to your troop defense and HP. And the ground and mounted, I always go for first. If I can get ranged attack debuff, I'll take it. But what I want you to look at is the very bottom. And this is a bad example. Let's look at this clown here, this Juan. The very bottom. When the general is the archer camp officer, range troop, defense, and HP with the attack. That's not qualified, meaning that it's not in-city attack. When I send out my generals, or if I'm reinforcing somebody, I get that attack. I also get it in-city. It's attack everywhere. So there's several of those officers that do that. You can look through them for yourself, but let me see here. That's in-city attack. I like my in-city siege attack when on defense. I don't care to debuff it, but I want more attack for siege. So here's the ground troop one. That's non-qualified for the 5th star. You're always getting that attack, defense, and HP. Scannenberg, I wanted to do him. What's he? He's in city, but he had a decent amount of attack. He's painful because some of his refines or some of his stars just do hospital capacity. So here's mounted troop. If you get to the 5th star, you're going to have mounted troop. That accounts for monsters. Accounts for reinforcing, in rally, all that stuff. Non-qualified. So those are some ways to get your stats up. Obviously, your blazons are good. They help as well. There's other details, but that's the legit part of it. Just get your refines up on your general and build up that T1 layer. Now, so I don't know if you caught on to this, but I want to keep my power down. 1.4 is too high. When I go K35, which is already rolling, 48 days left, I don't think I'll cancel it. I think I'll let it go through. But where I'm going to this is I keep my power down. My troops are low. I don't have much for ground. I wish, I like my archers being high. I attack with them, but they kill. I want to get rid of those mounted troops, but they're all very susceptible. So let's say you build my defense. I would like to think if you build everything like I did with the duty officers, you'd be fine. But if there's somebody like Wolf or Cuddly builds my defense and somebody hits with a big siege rally, before your T1 layer kills their rally, you're going to lose a lot of power. So that's the game that's played in the battlefield is, can I kill as much power as I'm losing? So they can only send so much. Just a decent rally. I have some rallies with 1 billion power coming at me. I'm going to get 1 billion points. Can they get 1 billion points somewhere before their march dies? So my point is, if you're building up tons and tons of T12, T13, and T14, they're going to get points off you. You're really going to need to buff up the ground and mounted troop HP for your higher levels. And there, your percentages will help. If you do get 25% mounted troop, and this is not in my world. I'm talking out of my ass now. I haven't done this. So if you go and change your refines, that's on you. But maybe a 25% mounted troop HP refine is going to help you in that situation. But then you're kind of defeating the purpose. You're just kind of trying to be a tweener of both worlds. I would go all out for flat refines and do what I'm doing. Pick up the HP percentages when you can some other places, but not on your refines. Again, I didn't script this, so I know I'm just blabbering all over the place. I think I'll post this video and see what kind of questions you guys get from here. There's a lot more details for the final 5% of your defense, but that's the legit, or the large percentage of it.